right, hello team. Welcome to week 4 of our CAC UCLA workouts. We have a lot of new members in the team, so welcome if you're just joining us. What I'll usually do every week is post a new workout and then video how to do the exercises so you can do it on your own time. But we also have a live version of the workout on Wednesday evening at 5 p.m. So if you want to join us for that, there is a specific Slack channel for the Zoom link to that. But feel free to do this workout at your own pace, on your own time, whenever is convenient for you. I just come here to make these videos to make sure that you all understand the flow of the workout and also how to do each exercise correctly. So that's what I'm explaining today. So our workout for this week is going to have 2 blocks. The first block is going to focus on upper body, and then the second block is going to be on lower body. We did a full just core workout last week, so if you do want to incorporate some core workout this week, go back to the week 3 workout, and you can either add that into this workout and do a longer one, or add that sometime throughout your week. But this week we're going to focus on upper body and lower body. The first block being upper body, second block being lower body. So the first block has 4 exercises. The first one is going to be a squat to bicep curl shoulder press. The second one is going to be an upright row. The third one is going to be a hip hinge tricep extension. And then the fourth one is going to be a hip hinge reverse fly. So I'll explain all of those right now. Each exercise, you're going to do 10 reps of each. And then you're going to do the whole block 3 times through. So it's going to be all upper body focus, mostly shoulders today, but 4 exercises, each 10 times through, 10 reps, and then the whole thing 3 times through. Okay, so the first one is going to be a squat to shoulder press. You're going to want to grab your weights. If you have dumbbells, great. If not, a wine bottle works great. I mentioned this in the past videos, but if you are using wine bottles, I encourage you to set aside a pair of wine just for your workouts throughout this whole ordeal, and then once it's all over, once it's time to celebrate, you can open up those specific wine bottles and it'll kind of just represent all the hard work you went through. So if you are using wine bottles, that's what I recommend. If not, if you have any other sort of weight, if you have dumbbells, great. You can also just fill up a water bottle all the way up so it's heavy enough, or you can do these without weights also. If you just want to do body weight movements, you're more than welcome to do that as well until you get the hang of the movement. So the first one is it's a squat to bicep curl to shoulder press, so it's kind of 3 different movements. So you're going to actually squat down. You don't need to go all the way down to the floor, just a little squat, and you're going to stand up, do a bicep curl, and then shoulder press. So again, you're going to squat down till your weights are about knee level, stand up straight, bicep curl, shoulder press up. So that is 1 rep, doing the squat, the bicep curl, and the shoulder press. So you're going to do that 10 times through. The next one is going to be an upright row. So you're going to be standing up. Your core is going to be tight for all of these. Make sure your core is tight, so squeeze your abs to make sure your body's not all flimsy. So stand up straight, core tight. You're going to have your dumbbells or weights in front of you, and you're just going to upright row in front of you. Your weights are probably going to come about shoulder height. If you can't bring them all the way up there, just as high as you can go is fine, but you don't want to bring them all the way up. And also make sure you're not using your body momentum to bring them up. You really want to keep your body straight and just use your arms to lift them up. So 10 of those, that's an upright row. The next one is a hip hinge tricep extension and then a hip hinge reverse fly. So for both of these, you're going to be in a hip hinge position. So what that means is that you're basically going to hinge your hips forward and bend your knees slightly. So you're going to be just kind of bent a little bit over. I don't know the exact degree, but it's not a 90-degree angle. So make sure you're just kind of bent over. Your knees you're not in a squatting position, so you're really just bending slightly in front of you and bending your knees so that you're not leaning lean all the way forward so that you're still kind of in a straight position. So the first one is going to be a tricep extension. So you're going to bend your elbows. Those are going to be at about a 90-degree angle, and you're just going to extend them back and back in. Back and back in. So this one you're working your triceps, which are it's a little bit smaller of a muscle than your bicep and your shoulders. So you may need to go a little bit lighter on these if you do have heavier dumbbells. But you're extending back and come back forward. Again, try not to use your body momentum. It's really just your arms doing all the work. If you want to, you can stand up in between each extension for a little bit of break on your arms, or you can just do all 10 in the hip hinge position. And then the fourth one, you're in the hip hinge position again, but this is a reverse fly. So you're going to start out with the dumbbells in front of you in between your knees, and you're just going to bring them back and back inside. So you're doing a reverse fly. Make sure the movement is really slow, going up and going back down. You don't want to be like waving your dumbbells. You want to make sure you're in control of them the whole time. So you're just going to raise them up and down. If you want, you can pause a little bit at the top to get a little bit more work on your upper back muscles, but if not, that's how you do it. Okay. So that is the first block. Those are our 4 upper body exercises. So you're going to do each 10 times through, and then the full block 3 times through. So that's really going to work your arms and your shoulders. They should be really fatigued by the end of those 3 rounds. But then the good news is the second block, no arms at all. It's all going to be our lower body and some glutes and our calves. So for these ones, you can have the weights in your hand if you want more weight, if you want to work your legs a little bit more, but you don't have to have them in your hands. These can all be done body weight. So the first one is a squat to a side leg raise. So you're going to squat down, and then you're going to raise your leg to the side, squat down, and again on the other side. We're going to do 10 total, so it's going to be 5 on each leg. If you have mini bands at home, this is a great exercise to use your mini bands. You just put them down where your ankles are, and that'll give you more resistance on the side leg raise. For squats, so for those of you who are new here, your squat form is really important. When you do a squat, you basically envision yourself sitting back in a chair, so your knees never pass your toes. So when you're doing a squat, you basically lean back and come back up. Okay, you're never leaning forward. Your knees should always be behind your toes, which means that your weight is all in your heels, so your toes should be able to wiggle the whole time you're doing a squat, okay? So for those, you're gonna squat down, come back up, squeeze your glutes all the way at the top, then make sure your core, this is really important for your core so that you're not, just flopping around. Make sure your core is tight, keep your glutes tight as well for that leg raise. So you wanna make sure you stand straight and you're just moving that leg. Try not to lean too much to the other side. So 10 of those. After that, we're gonna do 10 calf raises. So this is a tiny, tiny movement, but it works your calves, so it does hurt. So you're just going to be standing straight up, and you're gonna lift up and down. Lift up and down. So this is where if you want more weight, you can hold your weights in your hand, but I guarantee you'll still feel it. So 10 calf raises for that. And then lastly, we're gonna do 2 more movements. It's gonna be a squat with the leg raise, but this time to the back, and then another 10 calf raises. So the second squat movement, pretty similar. You're gonna do your squat, but this time you're going to kick your leg back, squat, kick your leg back to work our glute muscles. Again, 10 total, and then another 10 calf raises. So the second block, you're gonna do your squat with the leg raise to the side, then 10 calf raises, squat, leg raise to the back, and then 10 calf raises. And then that whole block 3 times through as well. So that's the workout. If you have any questions on any exercises, let me know. Just message me or put it in the questions on the Slack channel. And then I'll also be doing this workout live with music and everything on Wednesday at 5 p.m. So if you want to join us for that, you are welcome to. But that is our week 4 workout. I hope everyone enjoys this one.